necessary that I will be answering each and every question because of my limited knowledge. But still you can ask.
Do Goans feel that they are themselves Indian, in the sense that they were very late to attain statehood, and the Portuguese were here for so long?
What is your experience?
I have a very limited experience. I've only been one day so far.
I don't think anybody has any different idea. You are true that when you say that we have had a very long Portuguese regime here, very long. But still the people in Goa, particularly in Goa, they feel that they have got in relationship with the other parts of country, other parts of India. And so they have a sense of Indianness in Goa. There are very few incidents where, very few means very few, where you have a different experience. But in general, everybody feels that we are Indians, we are part of India. Basically because earlier also, Goa was part of India. So when the Portuguese came here, they had conquered in parts also, not completely. They did not have conquest of Goa at a time. The whole of Goa was not conquered by them. But still, even before that, they had Indian regime, Indian kings, Indian kingdoms, tradition, history, all is matched with Indianness.
What are the...
We had Golden Jubilee of Liberation.
No, for the statehood. So
Statehood, we have completed 25 years.
25 years, yeah.
you have completed?
Yeah.
It
87
is
was
statehood.
Yes, statehood.
So till that period, Goa was a part of India, and it was a union territory governed by the center. There is a we have a federal this type of system of union and states, and we have to manage everything for ourselves. Yeah, little bit happier.
That all the vital parameters are much better than nationals.
Compared to other parts of the country, other states in the country, we have, if we use same parameters, we have developed a little bit higher in Goa. And that too because of smaller regions, smaller population. That's my feeling. You may be having a different ideas.
For friends and family visiting from somewhere else, like what thing do you tell them? Like you have to do this in Goa. So for us, what would you say we have to do to experience like Goa? Like some people say you should go, in the beach, like snorkeling. You should go have some coconut or things like this. Eat some fish. Eat non-vegetarian. Yeah, like what would you say? Maybe 3 things that we have to do. Well, we've only got 4 or 5 days, and there's a lot of free time we have in between. But what would you highlight as something that's very Goan and gives you immense like joy or pleasure thinking?
What is it?
Yeah, no, just personally, like what would you say for your closest friends?
You know what?
How do you find Goans as a people?
No, like
Very friendly.
yeah. What would you say to someone coming from somewhere else? You have to someone says I have nothing to do, like I have no plan. Like, what would you suggest?
See, Goans basically welcome everybody here. Ati Devo Bhava means, Atithi means guests. They are to be worshipped as God. Devo Bhava. Atithi means God. Atithi means guest.
Yes.
So, Atithi Devo Bhava. So, this is how we Goan people are. We are welcoming everybody. We atithi, atithya. So that is what we do. And I don't think we have any other ideas about this. But still,
Just come to our house.
The tourists feel quite at home in Goa.
Yeah.
Safe by night, you can be on our beaches.
compared to other parts of the country, we are safer here. Tourists are safer here. People are safer here. They feel safer here. Even in our country, some parts of the other country, they advertise that Goa is their second home. Even if they live in other parts of the country, they feel so.
They are from the history of overseas Sri Rajini Manchu.
Please sit down, please sit down.
We have 32 members, Indian diaspora youth, withdrawn from different countries. 7 from Fiji, 1 from Australia, 2 from Myanmar, 1 from Zimbabwe, 1 from Israel, 4 from Suriname, 10 from South Africa, from Canada, 1 Malaysia, 1 Portugal. They have 1 week orientation program here in Goa.
7 days in Goa, and you were able to see Goa, the culture of this place. You will go to other places also?
Yes, yes.
Where all are they going?
From here they will go back to Delhi on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Then the tour ends in Delhi. Because they had been earlier in Delhi, they were taken to Agra.
So this is the last outing that you are having? So I think you've come to the most beautiful place, maybe a little hot at this time of the year, but still it's one of the most beautiful places in our country. And I'm sure you'll get to see some of the interesting sights. There are some beautiful churches. The beaches, of course, are world famous. And I'm sure that you'll be able to learn a lot about India and share your experiences when you get back to your respective countries with your friends, with your colleagues. And I hope that having seen this much of India, you will be allowed to come back to India also to see other beautiful destinations. We have a huge variety of places. At the same time, you could be in a place where the temperature could be 40 degrees, and at another place in the country it could be minus 40 degrees. We have a huge range. You could go to the hills, you could go to the beaches, you could go to the plains, and there are a lot of nice historical sites. I understand you've been to Agra and Jaipur? No, only Agra. I understand you've been to Agra, which is another great historical place with the Taj Mahal, the Agra Fort, and several other places around there. And I'm sure that you'll be very happy in Goa. You'll see some of the nice sights out here. Anyone would like to share any experiences about your trip to India? is it the first trip for all of you, or you've been here before?
First trip.
First trip. What do you feel about India? Having seen it, is it different from what you imagined? Is it very different, or it's somewhat similar to what you had thought it would be?
Yeah, it's been special. It's been different. We've had different experiences here, and I guess as a group, it's always good to come together and share what we've had throughout the day and sing. So we like to sing as a group a lot. So that's a very special moment for all of us too. But yeah, all of us are almost here for the first time. So we're trying to make sense of what we're seeing. We've seen so much. Obviously, there's some poverty. There's also huge growth. We were in Delhi for almost 2 weeks, and it's very Western over there. So yeah, it's been interesting. And over here, we feel very welcome in Goa. Our honourable speaker, who had met in the State Assembly, shared with us the phrase that a lot of Goans, I guess, reflect. That was Aditi Deva Baba. So yeah,
So where were you staying in Delhi?
we're in
Hotel
South Delhi. Chiranjan.
Rockland tells you about South Delhi.
South Delhi.
Yes.
All together?
All of us together.
Okay. So you had a chance to visit different places in Delhi also, and the National Capital Region. So what, most of you are students, or some of you are working?
So yeah, a very mixed group. We've got youngest is I think 19, and our older members are 25, 26 years old.
So some students, some working.
Yep.
Well, India is also a good destination for studies. We have several specialized institutions. Our institutions for engineering, our IITs, our IIMs are very famous. We do get a lot of students from overseas who want to come and study here. Even some of the National Institute of Design in Ahmedabad and some of our architecture colleges are attracting a lot of overseas students. Every time we So anybody coming for the second time, or everyone is the first time?
I've been to Gujarat before.
You've been to Punjab.
My family's come.
Anybody has relatives in India? Or are you planning to go and visit some of your relatives? Okay.
to NIO, and they call on the Honorable Speaker, the Governor, and Honorable CM. Tomorrow, sir, we are taking them to Big Pilani, then to Smart Peak, Digital and lunch. Then after that, to Goa Chitra and Benavi. Then they go to rural village of Nairobi, Sri Kavandi, South Goa. Yeah, tomorrow, so we are taking them to MGH to Goa, then to Sarkari Spice Farm, and then give a traditional lunch. After that, to Bigfoot, close to Tata Mankari Road, Friday, Masama.
Got you on campaign. He has ensured that
Friday night.
he is taking precaution that you don't enter there again.
Because Saturday they are leaving.
You have not kept anything free for them.
We have Friday. Friday evening, sir. Actually free. This is also not
Where are you put up?
This is Mirama address.
How is the arrangement? Place is good.
Yes.
Better than the anything you want?
Would like to know anything from Honorable CM? You are free to ask. Your impressions, whatever you want to inquire.
One thing, don't listen to him all the time. Get something slightly freed. How about he'll make you too tired if he leave them some space to enjoy. If you want, I can hint you some places.
Yes, please. That's what we need.
Approval rating immediately good.
I thought Friday last day.
Tito
Tito
chalaye.
will take it. On Friday night we'll take it because Master might be free.
I knew much about
We have a drugs dog.
आणि हांव कितें करता तूं तें हाजें आयरीश कोस्ता खंय